So today's topic is nomenclature for bicyclic compounds. So after completion of this presentation, you are able to know about meaning of bicyclic compound and its nomenclature. So we begin with what is bicyclic compound. So bicyclic compounds, we split this word. Bi means two and cycle means ring. So bicyclic compounds, bicyclic molecule is a molecule that have two rings get joined. So bicyclic structures occur widely, for example, in many biologically important molecules. One example like camphor. So the bicyclic compound which get joined by different ways. Here are the structures which are given. So with this, you will get there are the bicyclic compound can be a carbocyclic, means all atoms are the carbons, or it may contains a heteroatom in the ring, so which is heterocyclic one. Moreover, the two rings can both be aliphatic, example like decalin and norboran, or can be aromatic, example like naphthalene, or a combination of aliphatic and aromatic, example tetraline. So with this you will get that it having a fused one, it having a some bridge head, and this is the spirotype. So we can classify this bicyclic compound as spirocyclic compounds. The two rings shared only one single atom. The spiroatom, which is usually a quaternary carbon. So here we have seen this is the spiro one. Then second one is a fused bicyclic compound. The two rings share two adjacent atoms. In other words, the rings share one covalent bond, so called bridge head atoms, which are directly connected to each other. Example decalin, alpha thujine. And third type of bicyclic compound is bridge bicyclic compounds. Here this fused one, and this is the bridge bicyclic compounds and spiro compounds. So here these are the three bicyclic molecules. First is spirocyclic compound, second fused cyclic compounds, and third bridge bicyclic compounds. So from that we here discuss about the fused bicyclic compound which are having a bridge head. So nomenclature is very simple one. So when two rings of the bicyclic compounds have two carbon common, there are three different paths between the two common carbon following carbon-carbon bonds. So what's the meaning of this or what this? So here is the example. If you see this ring, which are actually fused by two rings. One ring means here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is a 6-member ring, and here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This 5-member ring means this 6-member ring and 5-member ring get fused. So we can say we can give a noted as A and B letters. This indicate this carbon is a common carbon in between these two rings. Means this is the common, A is the common carbon, and this is the B, which is a common carbon, or rather which joins these two 6-member and 5-member ring. So in this example, the carbon atoms labeled A and B are carbons to the two rings referred to as bridge head carbons. And the three different paths between A and B contains, means path between A and B means in between these two carbon how many carbons are present simply. So here if you consider this A and B, this common carbon, so in that how many carbons are there? 1, 2, 3 and 4. And another path is in between this A and B. How many carbons are there? 1 and 2. Again there is a third path in which how many carbons are there? only one carbon here in between A and B. So this is the first path. This is the first path, this is the second path, and this is the third path. All of you getting this? So the generic name for this compound is bicyclo. Bicyclo means two. Two rings are there. So bicyclo XYZ alkane. So if you give the numbering to all these, how many total carbons are there? So you just start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So there are total 9 carbons which are present. So it is we can say alkane. So how to give the name? Here X, Y, Z are nothing but the number of intervening intervening carbons on the three paths between the two bridgehead carbons seated in decreasing numerical order, and alkane refers to the total number of carbons in the ring system. So here how many carbons, how many paths are there in between these two common carbons? 1, 2, 3, 4. Write down 4 means X is 4. Now second is 1 and 2. So Y is 2 and Z. Z means in A and B third path how many carbons? Only 1. So write in decreasing order 4, 2, 1. So just write down in square bracket, and it is a as it is bicyclic ring, so write down bicyclo 4, 2, 1. Total number of carbon is 9. So nonane. So name for this ring is bicyclo 4, 2, 1 nonane. Getting? So further we can discuss in detail about this. Yes, this is the example here. Okay. So here how many carbons? Find the highest priority functional group with the suffix and count the total carbons. So here total carbons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So it is decane. Now next is identify the two rings of the bicyclic molecule. They should share a perimeter. The bridgehead carbons where these rings meet. So these are the this blue line, this is the common carbons. So this is the one, we can just say this is the A ring and this is the B ring. A ring which is the 7-member ring and this is the 6-member ring. Now numbering. Okay, so here from this common carbon you have to give the numbering first which having a largest number of carbons. So we write give the numbering from this side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now to the second one 8, 7, 8, 9. And to the third part carbon which is a bridgehead you have to give highest number. So it is 10. So the numbering is 1 to 10. Now after that you have to find the path between the this bridgehead carbon. So now all of you getting this is the A and B which is the common carbon. So under this in between this carbon how many path? This is the one path, this is the second path and this is the third path. So in first path how many carbons are present? Right, you have to count from 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. In second path, how many carbons are there? 1, 2 and 3. And again in third part, how many carbons are there? Only 1. So here you may say that this unique path between these bridgehead carbons and count the number of carbons along each path, and you have to arrange in decreasing order which is 4.3.1. So bridgehead length is first is 4 carbons, second is third carbons and third one carbon. So after that you have to put the name by using this bicyclo. We start with bicyclo, then you have to give the bridge length in decreasing order 4, 3, 1 and total number of carbon which is 10 carbon. So decane. Getting? So it is the name for this compound. So now we just again consider many more example, so we will get what exactly the meaning of this or how the numbering is given. So here there are the few examples. Okay, so I already given the numbering to this ring. So here, okay, this is the first example. You have to just note down in your notebook. This is the second example, this is the third one, and this is the fourth one. So we, how you can give the name for this first one? So here this is the example. So how many, there are three parts, so how many carbons are come in each part? Just write down in this 1 2 carbon, in second part 1 and 2 carbon, and third part only 1 carbon. So the name comes bicyclo 2.2.1 heptane, because there are total 7 carbons. Now move toward the second example. Okay, this is a well-known example. So now here you have to give numbering. Now here, as per this rule, for this we have put this one number here. Okay, not to this here. So here there is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. Now there are again three parts. So in one part it means x is equal to 1 2 3 4, y is equal to 1 2 3 4. Means you have to give, suppose write down a to this 9 and b to this 10. So a and b having two paths. Here is the one having 4 carbon, here is the second which are having 4 carbons. Okay, and in third part there is any carbons are present, so there is no any carbon is present, so name comes as bicyclo 4 4 and no carbon, so z is equal to 0. So bicyclo 4 4 0 decane. Getting? Now third example. Here this is the third example in which there is a 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 member fused with 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8 number ring. So now here if you observe that to this one you have to just put a letter A, and to this 6 you have to put the letter B. So this is the, you may say, bridge head. Bridge head means this is the carbon which is common in between these two fused rings. So there are three paths. So in one path, how many carbons are there? 1, 2 and 3. In second path, it having 1, 2, 3 and 4. And in third path, means in between 1 and 6, how many carbons? 1 and 2. Write down in decreasing order, means 4 dot 3 dot 2. Before that you have to give the bicyclo, and how many carbons are there? 11 carbons. So name is bicyclo 4 dot 3 dot 2 undecane. Undecane means for this 11 carbons, as it contains 11 carbons. Okay, now another example. Now here there are the again two fused rings, 1 2 3 4 5 6 member ring fused with 4 member ring. Okay, so this 1 and 5 is a common carbon atom. So this common carbon atom, so path for this is 1 2 3, 3 carbons, means x is equal to 3, y is equal to 1, only 1, and z is equal to again 1. But with this also there are the substitution to this second ring, sorry, second carbon to the sixth carbon. Okay, to the sixth carbon there are the 2 substitution. So at second position, 6th position, so you have to just write down 2, 6, 6 trimethyl bicyclo 3, 1, 1 heptane. How these three comes? Which are having bridgehead here 1, 2, 3. 1 means in another is 1, and again 1 means here third part is 1. Means in short, x, y, z we written in bracket x, y, z. So x means how many carbon? 1, 2, 3. Y means how many carbon? Only 1. And z means only 1 carbon. So name is which substitution? 2, 6, 6 trimethyl bicyclo 3.1.1 heptane. Okay? Huh. Yes, unmute yourself. So, all of you getting this? Hope all of you getting this? Okay, thank you.
Yes.